Welcome to today's Explainer. Look, we all know the London mobile app market is an absolute beast right now. It is, without a doubt, one of the most brutally competitive tech environments on the planet. And as we look ahead to 2026, the stakes for launching a digital product, they've literally never been higher. London is this incredible global hub, right? The sheer volume of fintechs, health tech scale-ups, and elite consumer brands makes it a fantastic place to build. But because of all that competition, it's also a uniquely difficult place to find the right senior talent. And when you're caught up in the pressure of that talent war, picking the wrong development partner isn't just some abstract, maybe it'll happen kind of risk. It shows up in devastating real-world ways. We're talking missed launches, massive budget overruns, and ultimately having to entirely rebuild your platform from scratch. Picking a partner shouldn't add to your pressure, it should relieve it. So today, we are breaking down the top 5 development companies serving the lending market to make that absolutely critical decision just a little bit easier for you. All right, let's dive right into category number 1, nearshore efficiency, featuring DBB Software. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is DBB's unique blend of rock-solid security and highly competitive pricing. They're headquartered in Krakow, Poland, and they come in at a remarkably efficient $25 to $49 an hour. But here's the kicker. They still boast a perfect 5.0 rating on Clutch. Their position is the ideal partner for teams that need a strictly audited security posture, proven by their ISO 27001 certification, which is absolutely massive if you're handling sensitive data. On the technical side, they use a modern cross-platform Expo and Next.js architecture, and get this, they even offer a documented 1-hour incident response time post-launch. So, what does that architecture actually mean for you? Well, it translates to massive savings, specifically 30 to 40%. By unifying iOS, Android, and web into a single code base using Expo and Next.js, DBB typically saves their clients 30 to 40% compared to building dual native apps from scratch. And amazingly, they pull this off while perfectly preserving that essential native performance you need. It's the kind of efficiency that fundamentally extends a startup's runway. How exactly do they deliver on that, though? Well, it's all through a highly rigorous framework they call the Scope and Design Document methodology. Every single engagement starts here. It's a 3-week phase led by 2 senior engineers and a solution architect costing exactly $1,777. Right after that, a proof of concept ships in just 1 week. From there, they drive your minimum viable product to total completion in just 30 days. It is an incredibly fast, highly structured pipeline. And we're actually seeing this pattern work out in the wild. Take Bocalis, for example. It's a Norwegian marketplace that's scaled to over $4 million in gross merchandise value and 450,000 users, handling really complex identity integrations. Or SafeMode, where they sped up development by 40% and actually increased driver safety by 25%. Then there's ChooChoo, which hit the app stores with a rail-easy integration in just 12 weeks. And they're achieving all of these wins at rates 60 to 80% below typical London studio pricing. Moving right along to category number 2, premium design and local experts. Now, while nearshore efficiency is a game changer for some, we know a lot of companies prioritize strictly localized UK delivery and ultra-premium aesthetics. First up in this premium tier is Ustwo. Based right here in London, they operate at the $150 to $199 an hour mark. If that name sounds familiar, it's because they're the creators of Monument Valley, literally one of the most acclaimed, beautifully designed mobile games in history. They bring that exact award-winning game design methodology directly to Fortune 500 consumer, retail, and financial brands. If London native design and direct account access are your top priorities, Ustwo is an absolute powerhouse. But what if your primary concern isn't just gorgeous design, but deep, battle-tested native ecosystem experience? That brings us to a crucial number, 15 plus. That's over 15 years of dedicated mobile development experience. And that experience belongs to Hedgehog Lab. They're a UK-first firm with headquarters in Newcastle and an office in London, operating between $100 and $149 an hour. What truly sets them apart for enterprises are their formal credentials. They are an official Google-certified agency and a member of the Apple Consultants Network. Plus, they guarantee UK-only delivery. For UK enterprises where native English communication, strict GDPR compliance, and total alignment with UK business hours matter just as much as the code itself, this is the agency you want to look at. Before we look further afield, let's briefly synthesize the two sides of the market we've explored so far. On one hand, you've got local premium, running $100 to $199 an hour, granting you localized UK delivery and award-winning aesthetics. On the other hand, you have nearshore efficiency at $25 to $49 an hour, providing ISO-audited security and blistering 30-day MVP delivery. It really comes down to actively contextualizing your own specific budget and product needs for 2026. Let's move to and see how this builds into our third category, global scale and MVPs. We're hopping across the Atlantic to look at US-based agencies providing massive global scale and specialized startup pathways for the UK market. Enter Blue Label Labs. Headquartered in New York, they operate in the $100 to $149 an hour range. Similar to Hedgehog Lab, they bring over 15 years of experience to the table, but with a distinct, high-polish US market approach. They cater to a documented Fortune 500 client base across major consumer, financial, and media brands. They're bringing premium product strategy directly to UK brands that are looking to leverage proven New York expertise. Just how proven are they? Well, try this on for size. Over 550. Blue Label Labs has a massive track record of launching more than 550 individual apps. If your UK team is building something that requires guaranteed, battle-tested scale and a partner who has literally seen it all hundreds of times before, this is the crucial metric to pay attention to. Rounding out our list, we have Rootstrap. Headquartered in Beverly Hills, they operate a bit differently by utilizing LATAM, or Latin American delivery centers. This model brings their pricing down to a highly efficient $50 to $99 an hour. Yet, despite that lower cost tier, they boast named client engagements with absolute heavyweights. We're talking Google, BetterUp, Sony, and Salesforce. This LATAM model provides wonderful cost efficiency while maintaining US East Coast time zone alignment, which turns out to be highly workable for UK clients. But what Rootstrap is perhaps best known for is their MVP to scale methodology. This is a specific delivery model tailored exactly for founders progressing from their seed round right through their Series A funding cycles. It's an enterprise-grade framework perfectly adapted for a product-led UK startup that needs to systematically grow, iterate, and secure subsequent funding without overextending their initial runway. Let's move to our final section, comparing the top 5. Time for a strategic synthesis. All right, we have covered a lot of ground today, from Poland to Newcastle and London all the way to Beverly Hills. Let's pull this whole explainer together. So the crucial point is that these 5 companies represent 5 distinct strategic edges. If you need audited nearshore speed, DBB Software gets you a 30-day MVP at just $25 to $49 an hour. If you want unparalleled award-winning aesthetics, Ustwo is your London premium pick. For strict UK-only delivery and official Apple and Google certs, it's Hedgehog Lab. If sheer volume and experience matter most, Blue Label Labs has 550 app launches under their belt. And if you're a funded startup needing to methodically scale, Rootstrap's LATAM model hits the absolute sweet spot. And that brings us to our final thought. The right partner doesn't exist in a vacuum, right? It completely depends on what you are uniquely trying to achieve. Are you optimizing for a lightning-fast MVP on a tight budget? Do you need globally recognized aesthetics? Or the season-to-scale of an agency that has launched 500 apps before yours? As you map out your 2026 product roadmap, I want to leave you with this guiding question. Which of these specific strengths matches the exact platform you are building? Thank you so much for joining me on today's explainer, and hey, happy building!